Hey, what's going on? It's you girl, CircusOfFun here, and today we are going to be diving back into this Blender tutorial series. And today I am going to be once again covering the topic of importing models into Blender. And this time we are going to be covering how to import Sketchfab models into Blender. And then I will be covering one more tutorial about importing, which will be covering DeviantArt models, so that will be interesting. But without further ado, let's just get into it. So first, you are going to want to, well, you can do this in any order that you want. You're going to want to have your handy dandy Sketchfab website open. And be careful here too, because some questionable models can pop up from my experience. You're going to want to have that open, and then we can just minimize this. And then of course have your classic Steam open. And then once again we're going to go into the crazy world of Blender. There we go. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go back to Sketchfab and then search what model you would like. So you can see too that you have these filters right here: downloadable, animated, staff pics, and show restricted, which means, you know, the models. Animated, for example, means that the models already have animations to them, and downloadable can give you animated or non-animated. So these are all models that have a downloadable link, whatever you prefer to call it, downloadable file. This one looks nice. Let's see if it has any. Yep, it has rig geometries. So we are going to download this, and it doesn't have any animations. And then you can see you have all of these. Don't worry, don't be overwhelmed. The file that I personally think that you should download is the first one, FBX, or the first one that ever pops up, because that one is the original format usually. So we're just going to download the FBX. So we can just go to this file, extract it, and then you go here to file, import, and then you're going to want to go to where it says FBX. And then go to where your file is, Freddy, import. That was a quick import, wow. So that is pretty neat, and it is rigged. You can see the model has missing textures. There's a simple way to fix this too, since you can see that they are invisible, and also sometimes if you import a model in from Sketchfab, it will show the model, but it will be missing the textures. I will be doing another tutorial in the future too on how to add textures from scratch, which is pretty easy. It's not as hard as it seems, but for this case, you can see that it's invisible, and this has to do with alpha, the omega, you know what I mean. If you click right here, for example, you just go down here to where it says alpha, slide that up, and then boom, you can see that it is now visible. So you're just going to want to do this for all. Same thing for this, and then boom, there you go. Oh wait, let me see here. This is a great tutorial. So if you want to fix the eyes, you just can go back into here where you can actually see the eyes. Click on those. Now you can see it has the eye textures, I believe. And then you go to back to shading, and then you slide up the alpha here, and then here. And then boom, there you go. You can see that we now fixed the textures, so now they are showing. So that is how you can fix a simple, you know, invisible little hiccup. And really fast, I will show you how to import, if you want to, how to import animated models into Blender. And if you see a model that you like, but it has animated features, don't worry. I will show you how to get rid of the keyframes. It is actually pretty simple. Let's do this prototype Glamrock Freddy. So let's see how many this has. Animation 7. Ooh, blend file. So that's a Blender file, so that's pretty handy dandy. So now we are just going to go back to file. This time, since it's a Blender file, append, downloads, Freddy, source. Oh wait, I forgot you need to unzip the file. Downloads, ruin, source, ruin Freddy. It will say collection, but you're gonna want to go to object, and then you can select the light and camera if you want to, but you don't have to necessarily. It's kind of small, so you can just press S to scale. So since you can see that it is the textures are missing again, so that's great. Okay, I'm back. So I figured it out after a few technical difficulties. So basically, the shortcut to fixing this is, this works for any model that looks like this, either pink or white or whatever. Basically what you want to do is you just want to delete this and then press new right here to create a new material. and then just scroll in here, and then press add, texture, image texture, and then you can just plug this color right here to base color because it's going to be a base color, and then you can either go right here or open, but you just go to ruin, go to the texture file, and then go to Freddy Shells, base color, open, and then boom, you can see that it works like that. I'm not sure you technically need to add these, but I personally do, just in case, because I don't know what would happen if you don't. We basically need to add all the things that say Freddy Shell to this. So basically, I'll show you what I mean. You go to add, then add a normal map. You go to displacement, normal map, add that, and then you just plug this right here where it says normal again. So what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to go to open and then go to the same file, textures. Now we need the occlusion rough. Open that up and then simply drag the color into roughness, and then boom, we got that done. And then basically the same process for the other parts. Plug that in. And then the last thing that I'm going to cover is how to get rid of the animation. So basically what you can do is go up here to where it's the armature. This says Freddy in this case. And then you just click on that. Then you go to where it says animation, click on that, right click, clear animation data. And I'll show you before and after. So this is before. And then if you just go back here, clear animation data, this is after. So you can see, simple as that. But I hope that this tutorial helped out. I will be doing a separate texture tutorial so you can have a separate tutorial just in case. But I hope that this tutorial did help for anybody that wants to import Sketchfab models into Blender. And if this did help and you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more content from me and hit the bell for notifications to see when I post new videos. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.